There's a reason that most people don't live an extraordinary life. There's a reason that most people look back when they're 80 years old and they think, damn, I could have done more. And it's simply because they dread the work. They dread the work required. Any goal that's hard to achieve comes with work. There's a reason that it's hard to achieve. For example, with fitness, the hard part is not going to the gym. It's not counting the food you eat. It's the mental battles along the way. It's the stress, the self-doubt, the times of demotivation that you push through and show up for yourself anyway, regardless of how you feel. It's the eating half a pound of red meat every single day as my go-to meal instead of getting fucking Popeyes or something. And that's what most people can't do. They can't break from comfort, and they can't be excited for the work, because not only do I eat this half a pound of ground beef every day, I love it. I look forward to it. I am eager to do it. I'm eager to eat it. Why? Because first of all, yeah, it tastes good. I put some taco seasoning on it. It's absolutely amazing. But I know how amazing it's going to make me feel, and it's going to actually reward me. It's actually going to get me closer to where I want to be. A lot of people think self-love and giving themselves a break is slacking off towards their goals. Oh, I'm not going to go to the gym today. I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go eat a bunch of cake. I'm going to treat myself. Because ask yourself, is that the true treating yourself? To me, treating yourself is not doing things that are going to throw you off your long-term vision, what you want for yourself. That's the opposite. Most people have it backwards. Treating yourself is showing up for yourself when you don't feel like doing it, regardless of how you feel, in order to move the needle closer to the person you want to be. That's treating yourself. Most people have it backwards. If you think treating yourself is not doing the work, that's when you won't succeed. I'm a type of person who loves the work. Treating myself is working. Treating myself is going to the gym on a day where I wasn't scheduled to do it, because I know how amazing I'll feel afterwards. Treating myself is, I'm Jewish, and even on Saturday, on Shabbat, when you're not supposed to work, I check in on my clients anyway, which I shouldn't do, but I just love the work that much, and it gives me that amazing feeling. That's treating myself. That's the reward, is showing up for myself and doing the work. And most people have it completely backwards. If you don't crave doing the work, it's going to be impossible to get to where you want to be. Because sure, that view on the top of the mountain looks amazing, but if you can't fall in love with the climb, the journey up there, first of all, it won't mean anything to get there. It's not going to be worth the climb. Second of all, no one will ever get there. You won't get there. I've done 2 bodybuilding shows. I've sacrificed my entire life for 6 months. 6 months, not going out, not drinking alcohol, which, by the way, I feel way better not doing. Not eating any bullshit, like being on top of everything. Hours of cardio, posing, very, very intense. And you would think I'm a lunatic to do that for 6 months, take over my entire life, lose 45 pounds. Just for 10 minutes on stage, because the end goal is not what I do it for. And then people are like, oh, why do you do it? How much money are you making? None. I'm going into debt. Then why the hell are you doing that? To prove to myself that I could do hard things, and the journey each and every day, challenging myself, becoming the person worthy of stepping on stage is the value. It's not what you receive, it's who you become along the way. I fall in love with that. I'm a different person every time I do a bodybuilding show compared to when I went in, compared to when I go out, when I'm done with it. I'm vastly more mature, and I feel like a Superman. I have the capability of doing whatever I set my mind to. I feel like I already won before I even stepped on stage, once I went through that vigorous process. That's what most people will never feel. Most people will never know what that feeling is, because they are unable to put themselves through something hard, rigorous, and actually enjoy the work, enjoy the challenge. They dread it instead. And if you dread the work and hate the journey, it's going to be impossible to reach the end destination. And then and it's simply because the end destination is not the valuable part. It's actually putting yourself through that every day. It's actually doing the hard things, showing up for yourself, challenging yourself. That's why I do it. I'm prepping for a half marathon. I just ran 4 miles. You think I like that shit? No. And every single time I'm running, I'm contemplating in my head, why am I doing this? I should just stop. I can stop half a mile early. But I realized the reason I'm doing this is to challenge myself. It wouldn't be worth doing this. It wouldn't be worth challenging myself. It wouldn't be worth putting myself through this if I didn't have that devil on my shoulder telling me to quit. That's what I love. I love challenging myself, pushing myself, proving to myself that I can do hard shit. Regardless, I'm not a slave to my urges, to my temptations to quit early. I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's why I'm literally doing the half marathon. So then I remind myself, when I tell myself, oh, I could quit a half a mile early. 1, am I going to cheat myself? And 2, if I didn't have these thoughts, then it wouldn't have been even worth doing. There's no fun in it. And that's exactly why I continue going. The reason I did that is so I get those thoughts and then I push through anyway. Just like through bodybuilding. Just like creating a fitness coaching business at 23 years old and quitting my job. I've learned all this through fitness. But it's the same underlying principle that you must fall in love with the journey rather than be fixated on the end destination, detached from the outcome and focusing on every single day, pushing myself and doing what I need to do regardless of how I feel. And that's what the true fulfillment and value is. Because in my fitness coaching, you can sign clients, but it doesn't mean much if you can't show up for them and yourself every day. It's empty. You can go on bodybuilding stage, but if you didn't show up, it wouldn't mean nearly as much if I didn't show up for myself every day for 6 months prior. That's what makes it truly special. Same thing with a half marathon. So just something to remember. The value, most people can't reach a big goal because they can't fall in love with the journey. They dread the process and they're just looking for a shortcut to the end destination. But the truth is, the end destination isn't the true value. It's actually taking the proper journey. There is no shortcut. So if you have a goal that you want in life, realize the value is not in as much as what you receive. It's more becoming the person worthy of receiving it along the way. It's who you become. And the only way to get there is falling in love with the process and the work and challenging yourself. And it takes a little bit of delusion. Most people will think you're crazy. But that's the reality. If you're able to do that, fall in love with the work, do what most people can't do. You want a goal that most people can't have. You have to have the mindset and habits that most people don't have. You'll be able to get there. It takes delusion and obsession. I've learned that from fitness, and it's bled over to other areas of my life. And that's where I found true fulfillment within my life. I know you could do the same. Hope you enjoyed this little rant. I'm going to eat my beef, half-pound of ground beef that I'm super looking forward to. Like and subscribe if you thought this was real, authentic, just a little rant. And I've been slacking on making videos, so I'm going to be more active on here. But yeah, see you in the next video.